The title of my book was inspired by an experiment in which chimpanzees beat professional fund managers at making good stock market selections. A friend of mine previewed the book and suggested I get a bulletproof vest. He said, "Michael, this book is going to upset a lot of people in the financial services industry. You have let the cat out of the bag." I describe evidence-based investing, which has proven success and more than 5 decades of evidence to support it. Importantly though, good investing can be quite easy to understand, as the language I use is just plain English. The problem today is that the majority of investors are suffering from an approach to investing that will eventually damage their wealth. I help the reader to avoid these dangers and the financial damage others experience every year. I can tell you that most advisors lead investors in the wrong direction. The message that's so appealing is that somehow you can employ someone who has a Midas touch. But before you fall for this spiel, you should check out exactly what you and your advisor are competing against, and what resources you will need to win and to beat them all. Well, to start, you'll need a budget of £200 million a year, because this is the typical spend of a global investment organisation. They'll also employ 300 or more financial analysts, and there are probably 300 or more such organisations around the world. You cannot beat them. Although you cannot beat them, they can't beat themselves either. And this is the concept introduced by the great author Charlie Ellis, the concept of a loser's game. This is a comparison between sporting achievements and investing, and the one who wins over the longer term is actually the one who makes the least number of mistakes. The fact that chimpanzees can beat professional fund managers confirms the point that professional investors really do make a lot of mistakes. So it's a good question to ask, why are so many of us misled by the investment industry? Well, I would say there are 2 main reasons. The first one is that the investment industry systematically overstates its good performances and brushes to one side its mistakes. It also very much understates its investing costs. There is certainly plenty of evidence to show that most investors do much worse than they should over a 10-year investment cycle, the losers far outweighing the winners. Also, the investment industry must be the only one where if you ask a sensible question such as, "How much is this going to cost me?" it's perfectly acceptable to give you an answer which is incomplete. When we combine all these negative factors, we're talking about a lot of damage, costing the typical investor 4% a year in lost investment performance. This means a great deal if you're making plans for your future financial independence or retirement. Because in the present financial climate, it would be reasonable, with a good balanced portfolio, to double your money in 10 years. Take off 4% from that performance and you're extending the timescale to 20 years or more. The way to be an investment winner is described in my book, and it's a proven, robust investment strategy. You could say it has a lifetime guarantee because it has survived World War I, World War II, a global oil crisis, numerous stock market crashes, the tech bubble and the recent banking and credit crisis. Why not place your order now? And remember, every penny raised will help thousands of other people to have much better lives. And please don't keep it a secret. Spread the word and help us to raise more funds.